Hi everyone, I'm Miss Brandt, the art teacher, and today's lesson is about mixing the primary colors to get the secondary colors and the intermediate colors. So let me switch my camera so I can show you the supplies that we need for this project. So you're going to need a piece of cardboard, your 3 packs of Model Magic, your red, your yellow, and your blue, the primary colors, and something to write with. The something to write with is just to write your name on your cardboard. So Miss Branch. This is a 2-part project. So in the first video, after we make our object, I'm going to leave it as a surprise right now. We're going to then let it dry on our piece of cardboard. And then we'll come back in another video and do the next part, which will be pretty quick. All right, so right now, you might need scissors to open up your packs of Model Magic. Sometimes they're hard to rip open. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut open my packs of Model Magic so that I can get to the clay inside. So you're gonna have red, yellow, and blue. All right, so now let me go ahead and take these out and move my trash out of the way. Don't need that part anymore. All right, so step one, we're going to roll each one of these into a big ball. So squish it in your hand, have a little fun, and roll. Now rolling with the palms of your hands and changing sides help you to get a spear. Now, a spear is a form that you need to know. You also need to know that right now it's in a rectangular prism, which is another form you need to know, but we're going to change this to a spear. Another form you need to know is cube, cylinder, pyramid, and a triangular prism. It's different from a pyramid. So now that you have your 3 balls, we need to divide them up. Now, on each one of these, you're going to need 4. You're going to need a pretty good size, a regular size. We'll call this our medium. Sorry, everyone. Pause. Sorry about the pause, everyone. All right. So now you're going to need probably a good size ball. Let's see. A spear. Huh. This one needs to be slightly larger. The second one is a little larger. Probably could add just a little bit more to this one. A larger one, and bring my camera in a little bit so you can see that. And then 2 smaller ones. Now, if you have some Model Magic left over, it's okay. You can use it to do something else. Let's see, 2 smaller ones. So there we go. So let me do that again with the red. So a medium-sized ball or spear. Let me use the correct terms for you guys. Spear. Then a slightly larger one. And again, I'm rolling it in the palms of my hand. So we have a spear there. And then 2 smaller ones. Huh. Now, how did my red come out even, but I ended up with extra blue? That's interesting. Well, these probably could be a little bigger. Or actually, I take a little bit out of this red. These might be a little too big, but we'll find out. Huh. I guess this one's a little bigger. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll put the extra off to the side. We'll use that later. For ooh, don't let it touch. There we go. And with my yellow. So now, yeah, these medium balls are getting bigger. Let me take a little bit out of that yellow. So probably take a little bit more out of that red. There we go. All right, so there, Now, a good medium-sized one. And then 2 more smaller ones. And somehow I ended up with extra again. Actually, I think we need 5 balls. All right. So these ones are our primary colors. We're going to put them off to the side. We don't need those ones anymore. Now, the medium-sized balls, and these ones we're going to need a little later, so we can move them out of the way for now, too. We'll come back to them. Just don't let them touch when you move them out of the way. Now, these medium-sized balls, we have to divide into 2 smaller balls for the second one. So we have our primary. Now we're going to make our secondary. So now I just made these into 2 smaller ones. And there we go. So now we know that we can mix red with yellow and red with blue. And then we have what we have left is blue and yellow. So we're going to go ahead and mix them. Now watch, I'm just going to smash them together and break apart, then fold on top like I'm making a cookie sandwich, and then keep smashing and breaking, smash, smash. Now, if you'll notice, it's starting to turn to orange. So red and yellow, and you're going to keep mixing till you don't see any more yellow and no more red. Red and yellow makes orange. So there we have that. Now we're going to mix our blue and red. So again, put the 2 pieces together and smash it. And then break it and smash it and break it and smash it. Break it and smash it, and just keep breaking and smashing, breaking and smashing. And you might notice that it is starting to turn into purple. So once we got enough breaking and smashing going on, now we can mix it with our fingers, just knead it and mash it and mix it all till you don't see any more red or blue. And then roll it back into a ball. So now we have purple. So we have orange, we have purple. And now we have our last 2, which we're going to smash together. And I think some of you already know what's going to happen. So we have blue and yellow. Break it and smash it, and break it and smash it. Smush, smush, break, smush, break, smush. And if you can see it's already starting to turn into green. So now we know that the 3 primary colors gives us the secondary colors, because this is the first mixing of the 3 primary colors. So now we have our secondary colors, which are orange, purple, and green. Now we need to break these up because we're going to make the intermediate colors. Now, intermediate colors is a primary color plus a secondary color. So that's why we have these other primary colors off to the side. But before that, we need to separate. So we're going to take a good size and make a bit of orange. Put that off to the side. Let me move my camera over so you guys can see. So I have my orange, and then I'm gonna break off a little bit and roll it into a decent sized ball. Try and make them about the same size if you can. So then I have my purple, and then I'm gonna break off some, and then I'm gonna roll it. And now I have my green. So now what I need to do, now I have my primary and my secondary. I'm gonna turn these into 2 smaller balls. I have 2 purples, 2 greens, and 2 oranges. Let's just do that. All right. All right, so now, let's see. We know that we can mix, okay, so actually, let me back up a little bit. Let me get the color wheel started so that you guys can see a little bit. All right, so we have red, we have yellow, red, well, I'll put red over here, and blue. So we know that red plus yellow made orange. And we know that, oh, it touched, okay. Blue plus red makes purple. And we know that red, blue plus yellow makes green. So we have a little color wheel starting here. Now we got to go in between. So we know we need to mix yellow and an orange. So we have a yellow and an orange. We know we need to mix a orange and a red, orange and a red. Oh, it's touching. There we go. We know we need to mix a red and a purple. So there's a red and a purple. Oh, it's not the same size. I'm gonna have to take a little bit of red off of that one. You want them to be about the same size. So I'm gonna have to make this red a little smaller. And we know we needed to mix a blue with a purple. And we know we need to mix a blue with a green. And we know we need to mix a yellow with a green. So a primary plus a secondary equals the intermediate color. So we're gonna have yellow plus green, green plus blue, blue plus purple, red plus purple, red plus orange. And like I said, my red's a little much bigger than this one. Let me take off some of this for that. Put that back in my extra red ball that I had over here. And I'm gonna take a little bit of red out of this one. You kind of want them the same size, so it works out perfectly. You know, this yellow is really big. I want it to be a light. I'm gonna take out a little bit of that yellow. And this yellow is a little bit bigger. So after you finish checking and making sure that they are all the same size, that explains why I still had so much blue left over. I did the blue ones kind of the right size. All right, so now let's go ahead and get our first mix. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead yellow and green and mash them together. And mash and break and mash and break. And you see that the green is now turning into a yellow green. So yellow plus green makes yellow green. The name also tells you what it is. The primary color name goes first, then the secondary name goes second, and it tells you what to mix. So now we have yellow green. Now, on other charts, these colors are called tertiary colors. And then they give this like the name of chartreuse. And then let's see. So now we have our blue and our green. So again, I'm gonna mash them. Let's see. I might take a little bit of blue out of that one. That might be a little much. I'm making sure it's the same. All right, so smash, break, smash together, break. Keep smashing and breaking, smashing and breaking. Now, if you notice, it's now starting to turn into blue-green. And blue-green is sometimes on a tertiary chart, it's called turquoise. And especially if you get a 16 pack of Crayola markers, they definitely gonna call this color turquoise. So now I'm gonna mix my blue and my purple. And again, let's see, maybe a little bit extras here. Oh yeah, nope, get that purple back. All right, there we go. And I'm gonna break and smash, break and smash, break and smash, and just keep breaking and smashing and breaking and smashing. And then once you see the blue violet color showing up, then you can go ahead and mix it and mush it until you have your blue violet and roll it into a spear. So now I have my blue violet. So next, I'm going to mix my red and my violet. working my way around the color wheel. Then these two are pretty even. So now I'm going to smash and break and smash and break. Keep smashing and breaking, smashing and breaking. Rip it, smash it, rip it, smash it. And now you can see it's starting to turn into a red violet. Now, some crayon boxes wants to call this red violet and call that purple. But believe me, this is red violet. All right. So there we have a sphere of red violet. So now I need to mix my red and my orange. And again, these are about the same size. And I'm just going to smash and break and smash and break. So keep smashing and breaking, smashing and break, smash. Now, I think I need to add a little more light. I'm gonna plug up my other lamp because I'm seeing a big shadow from my lamp that's over to my left. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug up my other lamp and turn that on. So maybe there, get rid of some of the shadow and you can see the colors better. All right. So now we have our red orange and it kind of looks close to the red based on the light that I have here. Oops, sorry. There we go. And now my last two that I need to mix together is my yellow and my orange. And of course, the name is going to be yellow orange because the primary color name goes first. And I'm smashing and smushing, smashing and smushing. Now, if I'm going a little too fast, you can always pause the video and then catch up. Now, the interesting thing is that the yellow orange looks more of an orange. This one looks like a dark orange versus this one. But of course, yellow orange is going to be lighter than regular orange. Some people probably like to add more yellow. And if you have some extra yellow, you want it to be even lighter, you can go ahead and smush in that yellow and it will make it lighter. But I'm satisfied with this yellow orange. All right. So I said we were going to do a second part of this video. Now, you know what? This branch is going to pause for a moment because I forgot something else. I have to go get it. All right, so I'm gonna pause so that, well, we can make our cool surprise object. So we have a full color wheel with the primary red, yellow, blue, and red, the secondary orange, green, and purple, and then the intermediate colors, yellow, green, blue, violet, red, orange, and yellow, orange. So now I decided that we were going to make a caterpillar sculpture. So now we get to make a sculpture out of it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start with yellow and work my way backwards, counterclockwise, but you can always go clockwise. It's up to you where you want to start, whichever color you want to be your head. So let's see, I'm going to have my yellow, then I'm going to connect it to my yellow orange. Now, in case they don't stick, you might need some toothpicks, but this one looks like it's sticking. So now I'm going to connect my orange. Then I'm going to connect my red orange. Now that you can see, it's a little bit different. Now I'm going to connect my red. Now my red violet, my violet, my blue violet, my blue, my blue green, my green, and my yellow green. Now, this is going to be a giant caterpillar. So now what I need to do, I'm going to, whatever side you decide is going to be, well, it doesn't matter where because it's all round. So now I'm going to decide that this is going to be my head. And what I'm going to do is pinch. Let me bring it in so you can see. I'm just going to pinch little caterpillar feet on each one of these, but not the head. The head doesn't have feet on the head. So just pinch little caterpillar feet. These caterpillars have lots of feet until they turn into a butterfly. Then they only have 6, which is very interesting. So now I'm going to lift my camera up so you can see the whole thing. And I can turn it over so it can stand up. And you can change how your caterpillar is walking. You can decide how you want it to be sculpted. Do you want to have like a curve in the back? Do you want it standing up like it's reaching up for the next leaf? It is totally up to you how you want to now make your caterpillar stand. Now, if it's going to fall down, then this is where you might need that Q-tip. Because like I can just, oh, my leg got smushed a little bit. Unsmush that, make that again. There we go. So what I can do is stick my toothpick inside if it is falling down. So let's see, I'm just going to come up from the bottom and just poke that on the inside. And then there we go. Cover that up a little bit so it can hide that. And there we go. So now that'll help it stay stiff. All right. Now we can add on some eyes. So we need some wiggly eyes. Now we can smush it into the clay, but we can also just glue it on right now while it's still wet. And if it falls off again, once it dries, we can glue it on again. I think I'll put the glue on here, see how that works. And we can give our caterpillar an antenna. Now I have a black one, but if you have sparkly or red or whatever color you have, feel free to use that one. And we don't need the whole pipe cleaner, so we just need to fold it in half. And you'll need your scissors. And yes, and fold it in half again. Yes, I wanted to surprise you guys. I didn't tell you right off at the beginning. We're going to make a caterpillar sculpture out of our rainbow, learning about, well, actually our color wheel, learning about how to mix the primary to turn them into secondary, and then mixing a primary with the secondary to make the intermediate colors. And there we have a caterpillar. And now what we want to do is sit him on or her on our cardboard and let it dry. So it's going to probably take about a weekend or a few days to let it dry. You don't want to touch it. You just want to leave it on your cardboard off on the shelf, let it dry. Now, once it dries, we will come back and do the second part of our sculpture. We could just leave it like this, but we always got to add some extra and be really cool about it. So when we come back, we will after a few days, we're going to let this dry, and I'll see you in the second part video. All right, everyone. Let me replace my pen. All right, so our primary, secondary, and intermediate color caterpillar. really cool looking. And you got to mix all the colors and learn how to make the color wheel. So everyone, ooh, that light is really bright. That's why I don't use that one that often, but I felt like we needed it today. Anyway, I will see you in the next video.